sa pag-discharge sa firearm, only those karang if iwagan ibunot yun, at even though ibunot kami mga buwan na firearm, o wala din kami point sa usa ka person, there is an intention man, so pwede ka po ka ma-discharge sa firearm. Kay pointing alone, pointing is an element, but kay gawin nga, ibunot ka mo, nakita na, nakita ka sa mata, so pwede ka ma-discharge sa firearm. Yeah.
Pero here sa victim, still discharge the firearm. Although wala siya
Bakantay ka mga case nga di katong viral ba mga pulis is nakapatrolya siya tapos nakapatrolya siya then station cellphone tapos naay duha ka laki nga gaaway then sa kalaki is try niya ilog ang service arm sa police which is the police is direct duty siya well by duty siya sa cellphone then nailog niya ang kusil sa police attempt niya utudo ang pistol sa police sa tanong sa bandiya then pwede siya malaya ko na naman ito may dali naman niya ang offenders na nung laki nga nangilog ko sila ngayon, may kwento na sa police.
pero kaya to
Oo, kaya neglect of shooting.
Section 2, Infanticide and Abortion. Article 255, Infanticide. The penalty provided for parricide in Article 246 and for murder in Article 248 shall be imposed upon any person who shall kill any child less than 3 days of age. If the crime penalized in this article be committed by the manner of the child for the purpose of concealing her dishonor, she shall suffer the penalty of prison medium and maximum period, and if said crime be committed for the same purpose by the maternal grandparent or either, if the penalty shall be reclusion temporal. So there is kanaganing for example, ani kanang sa kapat, sa kabuntis, dayon yang di siya ganahan nga ma-buy na niya ma-facilitate her dishonor kanang para makuha niya kan ba kanang tunog nga wala siya anak nga alimpyo siya ba so iyang ipakuha iyang bata so mo nang diabol siya sa article 245 guide 12 man iyang ituyo panjo sayang pan ba iya kaya na tayo distance release of age man Kini pa tayo sa abortion. Infanticide may be defined as the killing of any child less than 3 days of age, whether the killer is the parent or grandparent, any other relative of the child or stranger.
Report of the about the
father or mother are living with others than 3 days old to suffer penalty for parricide. If father or mother are living with grandparents less than 3 years old, the penalty is for starting parricide. For example, si Mr. Matiosa killed his own son, baby boy Mike, less than 2 days. So, crime na nakumit is parricide, but ang penalty na impose niya is kanang ang crime na iya na kuan na nakumit is din parricide, pero ang crime na impose niya is parricide. Kaya parricide is kahit dati, for example, mother or son, or legitimate, or any of his ascendants or descendants or his spouse. Next, other person who kills a child less than 3 years old to suffer the penalty for murder. If the offender is not so related to the child, the penalty corresponding to murder shall be imposed according to Article 255. Since the person who killed the child less than 3 days old was a brother-in-law of his father, he incurred the penalty for murder. So, one, brother-in-law with his father, so nalakana sa siya mama. So, dili man sila blood related. So, ang nakumit na iyang crime is murder. Because first is dili sila blood related. And the second one is kanang presence ang qualifying circumstances which is perjury. Ang Supreme Court in various cases stated that killing a minor is always heroic, so na sila defend themselves. So, kayo sila of taking up advantage of their superior strength. Infanticide was its okay. Ibasa rin.
Infanticide to conceal dishonor. The accused, an unmarried woman, gave birth to a living child. She hastily left the house, taking the infant with her. In a place nearby, she buried the child. When the body was found, there was an abrasion on both sides of the nose, which might have been caused by pressure exerted by another person. The death of the child might have been due to suffocation. It was held that, inasmuch as it was born alive and in healthy condition, it is not to be presumed, without some just reason therefore, that it died a natural death within extremely short time that elapsed between its birth and its burial. The facts proven clearly revealed her decided intent to kill the newly born child in order to conceal her dishonor.
So next is concealing dishonor is not an element of infanticide. The purpose of concealing dishonor is not an element of infanticide. It merely mitigates the liability of the mother or maternal grandparents who committed a crime. So, one mitigates the liability is means that it reduces or lessen the criminal liability of the accused.
Ano pwede nag-send kayo ng messenger? Makasend is messenger.
Only the mother and maternal grandparent after child are entitled to mitigate the circumstance of concealing dishonor. The only person in whose favor the mitigating circumstance of having killed a child less than 3 days of age to conceal the dishonor may be considered are first is the mother and the second one is maternal grandparents or either of them. So the accused who killed the newborn baby of his sister-in-law in order to conceal her dishonor was convicted of infanticide and sentenced to reclusion perpetua. So, ang una pa is, hindi man ang mother or ang maternal grandparents, ang pwede naman mitigate ang circumstances, tapos silang dua. So the reason for mitigation of the liability of the mother.
Reason for the mitigation of the liability of the mother. In the states, we understand that the responsibility of the mother is mitigated when right after giving birth, giving birth to a baby born out of an illicit relationship. Without time to reflect, excited and obfuscated solely by the fear of her dishonor being made public. She desires to erase the traces of her mistakes. Within the same day, we understand that obfuscation, but on the day following, or on the third day, when that disgraced child has been taken by the mother of her love, when the warmth of maternal love to the mother's breast has been communicated to it, when it has been given a kiss on its innocent cheek, honor cannot overcome filial love, a love which has no equal on earth.
So, illicit relationship is if you are having a relationship other than your yung asawa or bana, illicit relationship. So, another is na persist lang ang obfuscated solely by the fear of her dishonor. So, ang obfuscation is na mukhaan ka o unclear decision kung kama ka. So, remember that obfuscation is under incomplete justifying circumstance and it is unmitigating circumstance. Delinquent mother of Kings concealing dishonor must be of good reputation. The delinquent mother must be of good reputation, good morals, in order that concealing dishonor may mitigate her liability. Thus, if she is a prostitute, she is not entitled to a lesser penalty because she has no honor to conceal. So, three is, natay doon ka, parang mitigate penalty. First is dapat ang matter is ang purpose na sa pagpatay sa anak is to conceal dishonor. And the second one is dapat siya ay must be of good reputation and good morals. Stranger cooperating with the mother in killing a child does not it is called is guilty of infanticide, but also the penalty is that for murder. A stranger operates in the perpetration of infanticide committed by the mother or grandparent, and the mother's side is liable for infanticide, but he must suffer of the penalty prescribed for murder. Therefore, we can say nga na-apply diri ang rule of conspiracy katong the act of one is the act of all. In that case, only one information is filed against all offenders. So ang commit na crime sa mother of sa stranger is infanticide, but nalay na sila sa penalty. Ang penalty sa stranger is murder. No crime of infanticide is committed when that child was born dead or although born alive. It could not sustain an independent life when it was ill. So a woman gave birth to a child born dead and lifeless on account of the darkness of the night instead of grief, being drugged, worried. The lifeless body was deposited by the other accused in a hole 1 meter deep. Hence, since the crime consists in killing a child, the prosecution must prove that mother gave birth to a living creature. So very ang question today is, what do you consider a child born alive? So ang answer na is makita sa Article 41. The fetus is considered born alive if it is alive at the time it is completely delivered from the mother's womb. However, if the fetus had an intrauterine life of less than 7 months, then he will be considered alive if he will not survive within 24 hours. What if kung kuhaan ka ng ipanganak ang child, kuhaan ka ng 7 months above. So, if the fetus is 7 months or more, then the fetus is considered born if it is alive at the moment it is completely delivered from the mother's womb. So Article 256, let us move on to intentional abortion. So any person who shall intentionally cause an abortion shall suffer first the penalty of reclusion temporary if he shall use any violence upon the person of the pregnant woman. So violence din na ginapasabot pertains to physical violence, kanang pagsumbag, pagsipa, dayon gumagamit ng mga objects or weapons. The penalty of prisoner if without using violence, he shall act without consent of the woman. And the third one is the penalty of prison correctional in its medium and maximum period if the woman shall consent. So let us define abortion. Karara as define abortion as the willful killing of the fetus in the uterus or violent expulsion of the fetus from the maternal womb which results in the death of the fetus. So killing abortion is ano siya kanang the crime against the fetus na the mother. Pwede man po liable ang mother sa crime na abortion. No? Fetus must die in consummated abortion. If the fetus survives in spite of attempt to kill it or the use of violence, abortion is not consummated. If abortion is intended and the fetus does not die, it is frustrated intentional abortion. When all the acts of execution have been performed by the offender. If abortion is not intended and the fetus does not die in spite of the violence intentionally exerted, the crime may be only physical injuries. There is no frustrated unintentional abortion in view of lack of intention to cause an abortion. So, may mo ng abortion if the fetus died in so. Wala pa sumikat na lang na kaya na-complete na ang all the anong pinagalan patong application ng stages of execution sa consummated. Next one is in abortion, the fetus may be over or less than 6 months old. Under the RPC, abortion ordinarily means the expulsion of the fetus before 6 months or before the term of viability. Viability is the ability to survive, that is capable of sustaining life, but as long as the fetus dies as a result of violence used as drug administered, the crime abortion exists even if the fetus is full term. Namatay ka lang full term, namatay pre-term, full term, dayon post-term. Ang full term is ready to be born ang bata. Ways of committing intentional abortion by using any violence upon the person of the pregnant woman. Second is by acting but without using violence without the consent of the woman, which is by administering drugs or beverages upon such pregnant woman out of her consent. Number 3 is by administering drugs or beverages with the consent of the pregnant woman. So let us move on to elements of intentional abortion. First is that there is a pregnant woman. B. The violence is exerted or drugs or beverages administered or accused otherwise acts upon such pregnant woman. Letter C. That as a result of the use of violence or drugs or beverages upon her, any other act of the accused, the fetus dies either in the womb or after having been expelled therefrom. And the last one is the abortion is intended.